Welcome in. How are you all? Wow, as we sit here in the great state of Michigan, some folks have lost power as some freezing mess fell and kind of screwed stuff up for people. So some folks lost power, and that's debilitating, for fuck's sake. Jesus, I cannot. I'm so thankful we did not. If you did, all right, relax. Breaking news. Lusk called a snow day. Some of you are like, what is that? You titled this podcast, this live stream, Breaking News, Lusk called the snow day. That is the new battle cry to get you into when a young person has the big news, the breaking news that school has been called. I mean, I can't. Okay, let's just get after this. That might be one of the single most powerful things to hear when you're a young person. And the potential of there being no school. You think they're going to call it? And then back in the day, we'd have to get up at like 4 a.m. and listen to WJR or whatever radio station as they read in alphabetical order the schools. Now, where I grew up in Metro Detroit, there's 50 million school districts. Warren Consolidated is what I have to hear. City of Warren. So I get down near the end of the list, and I'm like, oh, it's coming. It's coming. And then I would doze off. And then I hear them announcing Brother Rice or, De La Salle, which means they're back at the top of the fucking alphabet again. I'm like, fuck! Holy crap. Nowadays, you don't have to do that. Send out a push notification. Or in this case, you're hearing it directly from the boss of the school. That would be known, I guess, to students as Lusk. Now, Lusk is Dr. Lusk. Tremendously well-respected individual leading the Hamilton, Michigan School District. As it unfolded the other night, not last night, but the night before, there was a home basketball game. And the Hamilton basketball team actually is formidable. I think they're 16-4 after the victory that game against West Catholic. It was like a good game, and then Hamilton pulled away late, and they got the win. Getting set for the high school basketball playoffs. The kid, they have a student-run broadcast, which I love that. I love that, it, and that's not easy to do back in the day because you got to have a little bit of a setup, and you'd have to transmit it onto like actual television or record it and then broadcast it later on public access. But in the age that we live in, holy cow, you can just slap that thing on. The MHSAA is all about it, and I'm sure the school itself can do things on their own. You can just stream it. It's fantastic, and it's a perfect educational tool for young people to get experience in that regard. And so there's a young dude, a 10th grader, sophomore. His name is Aiden Lynch. And he's calling the game. And Aiden, I think, realized that at some point that the students were like, I guess, chanting or something like that about snow day, snow day, snow day. And so, the game's going on and back and forth. I'm stealing some of the thunder because we're going to hear from him later, but I got to give you the background of this so that we can be set up for this absolute legend to join us on the show at 9 a.m. This guy, Aiden Lynch, has gone around the world 3 times since this all took place. Trust me on this. So he's watching the game, and the students are like, "Come on, give us," and the dude who runs the school, Dr. Lusk, is there watching the game. So he's getting it. He's getting an earful from these students like, snow day, call it Lusk, call it Lusk. Aiden, as the game just ends, senses something happening as this Dr. Lusk is walking towards the student section. And so, boy, now he can't hear what Lusk is saying, Dr. Lusk. I don't want to just call the guy Lusk, even though it seems like everybody else does. Dr. Lusk approaches the student section, and by the reaction of the student section, which is bonkers, Aiden Lynch realizes while he's on the mic finishing up the broadcast that there is no school tomorrow. You're going to love this. I'm just going to tell you that I was laying in bed last night, and I saw, what is this viral snow day announcement? And I clicked it, and I went, oh, boy. Congratulations, whoever this person is. You are in for some fun, because this is genuinely one of my favorite things I've seen in a long, long time. Look at me. I'm grinning because it's so just, I don't know, man. This kid is just cracking me up. So let's get to it. Sorry, I wasn't quite as prepared as I wanted to be. And by the way, I had forgotten that my pal Zach Herrig, who for quite some time was a sports dude on Fox 17, he's been on the show with me here. You will see that Zach is the district communications director for the school district. So he's in charge of this sort of thing. And his video that he posted is the one that's gone around the world. He took the feed and then posted it, and now ESPN, Barstool, Awful Announcing, not Awful. Well, it was Awful Announcing, but not because it's awful. That's a aggregate sports story website. Stand by. Everybody's on it. They're loving it. Bro Bible. This has gone around the world 5 times, like I said. So I text Zach. I'm laying in bed. It's like 9:30. I go, yo, man, sorry so late. But is Aiden available to talk? He goes, absolutely. So he's going to join us here. And then he's going to join us on the huge show. I am filling in for Bill. Bill is not there this week. So it's Jeff Risden, myself, and Brett are going to have this kid on. He's super famous now. Just like that. Viral beyond belief. All right. Audio check. Video check. Microphone check. Stage is set for you to be introduced to Aiden Lynch.
And Lusk calls the snow day. Breaking news. Lusk just called a snow day right here at the student section. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've never seen that before. Breaking news. Lusk called the snow day at Hamilton. Woo! No school for me tomorrow. And that's the end of the game. Zeros on the clock, 57-45. Lusk takes it home along with the Hawkeyes.
So Lusk, this superintendent, Lusk takes it. It's like, Hamilton wins as Lusk takes it home.
45, Lusk takes it home along with the Hawkeyes. My name is Hayden Lynch, your sophomore broadcaster. That is the end of the game officially as we look over at the...
Okay, let me just back up here. From purely a announcer standpoint, I am very impressed with what he's doing there because he's excited. He's really losing it, and that's awesome. But he's controlled and he's taking his time. He's basically just feeding off of what is transpiring in front of him, which is the greatest news in the world, snow day. And he just announced it. Now, if you see at the top here, this guy in the green and then everybody wearing white, that's the student section. This is this Dr. Lusk, and he just said, stay home or something like that. And then you're seeing him.
And Lusk calls the snow day. Breaking news. Lusk just called a snow day right here at the student section. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've never seen that before. Breaking news. Lusk called the snow day at Hamilton. Woo! No school for me tomorrow.
Oh, God.
And that's the end of the game. Zeros on the clock, 57-45. Lusk takes it home along with the Hawkeyes. My name is Hayden Lynch, your sophomore broadcaster.
Composes himself.
That is the end of the game officially as we look over at the...
Yeah, when I was in high school, I mean, Jesus, we don't need to look any further than...
Two Live Crew on 89.1 WPHS, your one and only rap station in the city of Warren. We're back after a long departure, 3.5 months to be exact. We're going to keep it going with Heavy D and the boys.
Okay. But Lynch, man, that is, I love that. That is fantastic. I'm a huge fan of Aiden Lynch. And he's going to call in a bit. At least I got my fingers crossed. I'm telling you, I'm excited about this as much as anything. Anytime there's like a viral story going around and you can kind of swing onto the back end of that and get the story behind it, the background, because I'm curious as to the living in the viral moment as Zach Herrig published that. And then all of a sudden it catching fire. Very, very cool. I'm just, the whole thing about Lusk calls the snow day.
Lusk just called a snow day.
And then
Breaking news. Woo! No school for me tomorrow.
holy cow.
And Lusk calls the snow day.
I love it. I love it. All right. So congrats. Zach writes in. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. Just so you're aware, Aiden's clip was on Good Morning America this morning, ESPN, Barstool, CBS Sports. You see, these are the stories that kind of, I mean, I'm not even being silly here. It's been kind of a crazy, especially here in Michigan, past 10 days. With, mass shooting at Michigan State. And so a lot of people are still very frazzled about that. And, lives changed dramatically forever. Dramatic event for people all over the place. And then for a period of time, we're laughing it up with this genuine joy. And I'm very appreciative of that. I love Aiden Lynch. And I'm just kind of impressed because I did not, this would be great for like a college level announcer. You get young people that are just getting their start in the business. And so They're still figuring out their delivery and how they emphasize things. But all he did was tapped into the energy of the greatest news in the world, Snow Day, and then just, here it comes, world. You get it. Now, and Zach obviously knows the thing about presenting, being that he did this for years in television. In fact, in the exchange, I go, hey, I was hoping to get Aiden on tomorrow. He says, 100%. So that was cool. I wrote, Aiden's actually pretty solid in that moment. He was excited but took his time. Pretty impressive for a sophomore. And I think my favorite part of all of this is the fact that this gentleman, this Dr. Lusk, is referred to as Lusk. Zach says, yeah, it seems like Aiden's about to turn 25, I swear, mature beyond his years, total professional, has it all figured out. That stood out to me too. Lusk calls a snow day?
Lusk just called a snow day!
When I was growing up, I mean, this isn't like a teacher. I mean, even when I was growing up, if I referred to my dad by his first name, I get the hell smacked out of me. Hey, Rob. Hey, Ruben. Whammo. Let alone a teacher. Like Mr. Davidson. Hey, Davidson. Or a principal. Yo, Callahan. But the superintendent? Hey! Lusk!
Lusk just called a snow day!
Hey, Lusk! What about a snow day, Lusk?
And Lusk calls the snow day!
Hey, breaking news! I'm calling you Lusk!
Breaking news!
Lusk!
Woo! No school for me tomorrow!
How sweet is that? Hey, yo, Lusk! Yeah, I think that the educators these days realize that they can't be on like this enormously high pedestal. And I love that, you know? Now, I don't know. Maybe it's just, it depends on the superintendent, because superintendent of my beloved Jennison School District, I'm pretty sure you can walk up to Dr. Graham and yell, hey, Graham! You know? Or before him, Superintendent Tenbrink, you would go, hey, yeah, yo, Tenbrink, call it, man!
Breaking news! Lusk just called a snow day!
But Aiden Lynch did. So that is just making my day. I'm a big fan. Can't wait to get him on. This is one of those hot viral stories that's going to get there for like 48 hours. Everybody's going to get a piece of Aiden. Now, this is critical here. This is critical. All of a sudden, Aiden Lynch will be a household name around the world. This is boom goes the dynamite, but not because it's bad. Boom goes the dynamite was because the guy was so terrible.
Breaking news!
Aiden is not. He's got skills. So it's important that, Aiden's mom and dad keep him grounded. He's going to start to push his weight around if you're not careful. He's going to try to impose his will on people, but if you keep him grounded, he won't go off the deep end and start calling mom and dad by their first names.
Lusk just called a snow day!
Hamilton, I know, is one of these tightly knit communities where all the kids are like farmer strong and stuff like that. So, I'm guessing there's a real hierarchy in the household that will keep the respect in line. But if your mom and dad, brothers, sisters, I don't know what Aiden's family scenario is like, they're going to have their hands full if Aiden starts believing the headlines.
Oh, I've never seen that before. Woo! No school for me tomorrow.
Maureen asked a great question. Is Aiden Lynch bumping Kyle from Dumpster Divers? Yes. Another. See, this is what happens when you got the juice. Aiden has the clout now. He's bumped Kyle from Dumpster Divers. Kyle from Dumpster Divers will be with us today at 9:30, but it's not even close. Tyler writes, Mount Rushmore of greatest sports calls. 1, do you believe in miracles? 2, the band is on the field. 3, down goes Frazier. 4,
Lusk just called a snow day.
I think we need to reassess that.
Breaking news.
I'm not convinced that any of those are better than this. In fact, I would say that Aiden Lynch is more excited than Al Michaels.
Woo! No school for me tomorrow.
I didn't hear Al Michaels say, woo! USA wins gold.
Woo! No school for me tomorrow.
I didn't hear Howard Cosell say, down goes Frazier. No school tomorrow.
Woo! No school for me tomorrow.
No. I didn't hear, and the band is on the field. No school tomorrow.
Woo! No school for me tomorrow.
My God. By the way, on the huge show today, you're probably going to hear all these same jokes, except I will have already had them in my head because I said them on this show. Holy cow, Aiden Lynch. Welcome to the big time. I'm going to be asking him if I can go on his show. I would love on the next basketball game for Hamilton to be the color commentator. Can someone make that happen? Maybe, perhaps, Zach Herrig can make it happen. I would love to be in the presence.
Breaking news! Oh, I've never seen that before!
Of the immortal Aiden Lynch. NW980 says, please use Lusk just called a snow day during the Grand Rapids Gold game tonight. That is happening. Lusk just called a snow day. In fact, I need to get my pal Phil Cronin, who is a game ops director for everything off the court, to take these drops and put them in there so that if, whatever, we take the lead.
Breaking news!
You'll hear that. If there's a big three-pointer.
Oh, my goodness!
Hell, if there's a timeout on the floor.
Lusk just called a snow day!
Aiden Lynch is going to be everywhere. My God. Since I mentioned it, I mean, this is what I mean, because here you got Aiden is in 10th grade. And he's good. I love the way he calls.
Hello, everyone. Well, the Ball State softball team continued to play this weekend, and they were hoping to continue off of their straight 3 out of 4 losses. And so we'll take a look and see how that happened. They started off good, but then eventually, the Ball State women's team shut down and ended up doing
Breaking news!
They got shot down and ended up doing poorly.
Okay, we're gonna continue on now. And the ladies Cardinals will play in
Lusk just called a snow day!
before the Ball State baseball team kicks off its conference season this weekend. The Cards will battle in-state rival Indiana tomorrow.
Oh my goodness!
Meeting between the two.
He keeps going. When he gets frustrated, he makes these noises. It's just stupid.
Beating both.
He gets frustrated and lets out an audible sigh.
Breaking news!
Okay, now he's completely screwed up, and the clips are just playing, and you hear him shuffling papers. I had forgotten how ridiculous this was. All I had remembered was that he says, "Boom goes the dynamite."
Hoosiers are on the 4 on.
Hoosiers are on the 4 on
the year, and they have won 6 of its last 7 games tomorrow.
Woo! No school for me tomorrow!
Switching to Ball State men's tennis, it seems every week they have a player. Matt Lawrence is the latest Cardinals tennis player to win the award. Lamar won
okay. You see, before I continue, Aiden already has chops. Sure, he needs some fine tuning, but who cares? If you have that much acumen in 10th grade, you're going to do well in this field. You know, when you first step on the gas, if you already have a great handle,
Lusk just called a snow day
on the presentation, you're only gonna get better. Boom goes the dynamite. Even if he did this for 25 years, it's going to be terrible at the end of those 25 years. There's no hope.
Woo! No school for me tomorrow!
Jeez.
Singles and doubles matches last week.
Oh, my gosh.
So far, the Cardinals have had a player
forgotten how bad this was
on the weekly awards. 7 out of the 9 weeks. The Cards will play at Boise State Invite this weekend.
The Cards will play at Boise State Invite. Now, someone on the teleprompter should have actually wrote the word invitational.
The Indiana Pacers are looking for a measure of revenge tonight against the New Jersey Nets and to strengthen their playoff hopes. The Nets won the last Sunday's matchup 94-85, which left the Pacers 1 game behind the Chicago in the 7th
He's adding words.
spot. Let's check out.
And Lusk calls the snow day!
Steven Jackson's David.
Oh. This idiot. He can't keep up.
Reggie Miller's looking good. He shoots a 3, and it's good.
Woo! No school for me tomorrow!
Oh, no.
Later, he gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Later, he gets it, passes it to the man, and boom goes the dynamite. Going back to that is special. Tyler writes, did someone assess him for a stroke when this happened?
Oh my goodness!
You got to call Dr. Lusk for that guy. It would have been less painful if someone approached and said, look, just take off the microphone and go home. I'll buy you a 6-pack of beer. But you can never come into you cannot enter the broadcast program. You can't. Wow. Well, So congrats to everybody at the school district for this feel-good, awesome story. I'll bring Aiden in 25 minutes, unless if, he has to make a decision because he's already been on some really, really big media outlets. So I would just, this is incredible. I love this. All right. So anyway, here we are. Welcome to the show from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. As always, you can reach out to me on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com.
Lusk just called a snow day!
Can't get enough of it. I just can't. If you're enjoying the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I must send you on your way, unfortunately. The show happens uninterrupted on Twitch. So to avoid this from happening, I'm asking you to download the Twitch app. Search Twitch in the App Store, download it, and then search for my channel, which is all one word, Eric Zane Live. And there I am. It's very manageable. You can dim the screen while you're driving to work and play it through the Bluetooth on your system there in your car. And basically replace the radio show that you're listening to, which, honestly, you can listen to that anytime because they always make their radio shows available on podcast these days, and so whatever. But mine goes continuously. Yes, I do have advertisements, but I'm doing it live on this show. And you never know. Sometimes when I do those, they turn out to be the most funny portions of the show. It's ridiculous. I'm bragging, by the way. Very proud of me. So do that. As always, you can... When the show is done, I make the audio podcast available wherever you download shows. All of them. iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Subscribe to the audio podcast and enjoy. And whatever you do, do not skip forward on the ads. You never know when you're going to get a great deal. Honestly, as much as I love the audience enjoying the show, it's a symbiotic relationship. If I don't have audience, I don't get sponsors. If I don't have sponsors, I have to get a full-time gig and cannot support my family. So listen to the ads. And of course, also, if you really want, if you're a super fan and you want extra content, quickest way to help the show is to sign up for listener-supported, ad-free Patreon. All of this that we're doing right now has nothing to do with Patreon because it's free. Patreon has no ads, and it's supported entirely by your dollars and cents. NW980 says, if you don't have sponsors, Lusk does not call the snow day.
Lusk just called a snow day!
So please consider signing up on Patreon. You're like, man, I want to throw some money at Eric Zane. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But you get something in return. You get 11 bonus shows a week, most weeks. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thank you. So do that. Thank you so much. But for you folks watching on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I'm now going to send you on your way. Have a great day, folks.